83% of smartphone users in 2015 used Android phones as opposed to iPhones, Apple phones. The purpose of my speech today is to inform my audience the reasons why Android phones are better than Apple phones. The three main points I have to discuss today are: first, that they are more flexible and easier to customize; second is that they have more storage space; and third is that they have a larger variety of phones to choose from as opposed to Apple phones. The first main point I have to talk about is the flexibility and it being easier to customize. According to an article by A. Stevenson, a number of customizable widgets have been loaded to Android by Google. Adding this feature to the Android user interface allows the users to program their phone to their specific needs, and they can have these widgets that they go on there and their active shortcut keys to any application they wish to open, such as email, internet, or weather. The iPhone operating system, another downfall to that is that when it comes to other platforms, they're very critical, and you have to go through a process to be allowed to any OS you want to add to their platform. You have to get it approved by them before you can do anything, and so it turns into a longer process than it probably should be. My second main point is that there is more storage space. According to an article from Business Insider, when you purchase an iPhone, it comes with a specific amount of space in which it contains, and you are only allotted that amount of space to use. The advantage Android has over Apple is that their phones have a micro SD card, which allows you to add any amount of memory you want, or you can take it out and have less memory and have your pictures or anything stored on that SD card, and you can put it in or take it out whenever you'd like, and you have more options when it comes to memory as opposed to Apple, which you are just specifically, you have to, whatever gigabyte amount your phone is when you buy it, you have to have that certain amount, and that's all you get. You don't have an option to add an SD card to that. Another fault with the iPhones is their batteries are not, they come already in the phone. They're Android, you're able to, if something goes wrong with the battery, you're able to change it and remove it and take it out and replace it, and it's pretty simple and cheap. But it's possible for iPhones, but it's a lot more difficult to change the battery with it already being embedded into the phone, so that becomes more difficult too. My third point is that they have a larger variety of choices than iPhones do. According to an article by Florence Ion, LG and Samsung have made split-screen multitasking a standard of Android interfaces, although it does not come stock with Android, which the Android, they also have the split-screen, this multitasking, which allows you to do more than one thing at one time on the same screen. You can have two split screens with two applications running at one time. According to an article by Z. Epstein, the author mentions another benefit of Android over Apple, which is the amount of Android phones that there are to choose from, which I had said in the first place, and they have a larger variety. When it comes to Apple, you usually only have the choice of getting the previous version before the version that's out now, or any of the versions that are out at the time, which is a lot slimmer than the choices you have for Android. So again, the purpose of my speech today was to persuade everyone why Android phones are better than iPhones, that they are easier to customize, they're more flexible, they have more storage space options, and they have the broad variety of choices as opposed to iPhones. Being an information technology based program, I have gone through many labs dealing with